we're asked to find the derivative of the given function. We have f of x equals x divided by 8 times natural log x minus x to the 8th divided by 64. We don't need to, but if it's helpful, we can write the given function as 1/8 x to the 8th times natural log x, and then minus 1/64 times x to the 8th. Notice to differentiate 1/8 x to the 8th times natural log x, we need to apply the product rule of differentiation, which states the derivative of u times v with respect to x equals u times v prime plus v times u prime, indicating the derivative of a product is equal to the first function times the derivative of the second function plus the second function times the derivative of the first function. Sometimes you'll see this sum reversed, but remember addition is commutative. So again, to apply the product rule, we'll let u equal 1/8 x to the 8th and v equal natural log x. This indicates that f prime of x is equal to the first function of 1/8 x to the 8th times the derivative of the second function, which is the derivative with respect to x of natural log x, and then plus the second function of natural log x times the derivative of the first function, which is the derivative with respect to x of 1/8 x to the 8th. And then we still have minus the derivative with respect to x of 1/64 x to the 8th. And now for the next step, we find the derivative here, 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 and then simplify. This gives us f prime of x is equal to 1/8 x to the 8th times the derivative of natural log x is 1 divided by x, and then plus natural log x times the derivative of 1/8 x to the 8th, which is 1/8 times 8 times x to the 7th, minus the derivative of 1/64 x to the 8th, which is 1/64 times 8 x to the 7th. And now let's go ahead and simplify. If it's helpful, we can write x to the 8th as a fraction with the denominator of 1 here. We can write this 8 as a fraction with the denominator of 1 here, and same thing here. Simplifying x to the 8th divided by x to the 1st simplifies to x to the 7th, or the x in the denominator simplifies to 1. The x to the 8th simplifies to x to the 7th. In the second product, 8 divided by 8 simplifies to 1. In the last product, 8 and 64 share a common factor of 8. There's 1 8 and 8, and 8 8s and 64. This gives us f prime of x is equal to 1/8 x to the 7th plus x to the 7th natural log x, and then minus 1/8 x to the 7th. Notice the first and last terms are opposites and simplify to 0, giving us our final derivative function f prime of x equals x to the 7th times natural log x. I hope you found this helpful.